She's all of our child. All of our child.
Here we are once again. This same community, we're addressing the same issue once again.
The child came in with a laptop in his hand. The child said, "I'm turning in my friend's laptop." As he did that, he walked away in tears.
It was a sunny afternoon in Richland County, South Carolina, one that should have been filled with laughter, friendship, and youthful adventures for the group of teens involved. However, what transpired would turn this ordinary day into a horrifying ordeal. The day began like any other Sunday. Families were going about their routines, and students were preparing for their upcoming school week. Jakobe Fanning, Drevon Riley, and Caleb Wise, all students of Eau Claire High School, had chosen to hang out as they often did. They were best friends who had known each other since elementary school, and their bond was unbreakable. Jakobe's 14-year-old brother, who attends Alcorn Middle School, also joined the trio. In the early afternoon, the group of teens gathered near an abandoned home in the 200 block of Saddle Trail Road, which they decided to sit near. It was around 2 p.m. when two individuals approached the four teens, one on bike and one on foot. Witnesses in the area reported hearing a series of discharges which sent shockwaves through the community. Police received distressing calls about the discharge incident and rushed to the scene. What they encountered was a chaotic and heartbreaking sight. 4 young lives full of promise and potential lay in critical condition, all suffering from discharge wounds. One victim was found on the porch in front of the home, one was found near the carport, and one was found in the backyard. The victims were immediately transported to the hospital as the community held its breath, hoping for the best but fearing the worst. Family and friends rushed to the hospital, desperate for any news about their loved ones. Despite the best efforts of medical professionals, it was soon confirmed that 3 of the teenagers, 16-year-old Jakobe Fanning, 17-year-old Dre'Von Riley, and 16-year-old Caleb Wise, had unfortunately succumbed to their injuries. Investigators meticulously searched through the crime scene and collected physical evidence including shell casings, ballistic evidence, and witness statements. Amid the chaos and heartbreak, there was some hope, as it was reported that the 14-year-old victim had survived his injuries, which included wounds to his lower body. He was released from the hospital, but the emotional scars of that day would undoubtedly stay with him for a lifetime. As the investigation developed and details about the suspects emerged, it became clear that this was not just a random act of violence, but a result of a dispute which began years prior, allegedly surrounding a burglary. At a press conference the following day, Sheriff Leon Lott shared this information with the public. He, along with community leaders and parents, voiced their frustration and called for a change, emphasizing that resorting to violence and using firearms is never the solution to problems.
Over something stupid, over something that happened a couple years ago. Just a beef that just continues to grow, and then young people decide that they're going to solve it by shooting. I don't know, you stand here and you shake your head and just wonder why. Why can't these kids do something else besides just resort to violence and using guns? It doesn't solve a problem. It doesn't make anything better. It just makes it worse.
Sadly, this event was not an isolated one in the area. The discharge incident took place on the same street where another Eau Claire High School student, 17-year-old Troy Ganaway, had been ended on May 21st, 2022, demonstrating the urgent need for more measures to address the root causes of such violence. Witnesses who reported hearing approximately 15 discharges provided valuable information to law enforcement, helping them piece together what had occurred that afternoon. They were able to identify two of the suspects relatively quickly. Jakeem Griffin and Carlos Gibson, both 17-year-olds who also attended Eau Claire High School, were arrested the day after the incident. Both Griffin and Gibson were charged with 3 counts of fatality and 1 count of attempted fatality, the latter stemming from the injuries to the 14-year-old survivor. Following their arrests, the 2 teens' identities were released as they were charged as adults and they appeared in court. Given the gravity of the charges, both were subsequently denied bond. The third suspect, a 14-year-old boy whose identity remains protected due to his age, was also arrested and charged with fatality. He was initially processed as a juvenile offender, but it was noted that he could potentially face a transfer to adult court pending a judge's decision.
This happened yesterday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and by this morning we've already made an arrest. The reaction to it that we have is very quick, it's very swift. Our investigators do a great job.
We want to be there.
Alexis Wines is a sister of Caleb Wines.
My brother was 16 years old, didn't mess with nobody. It should never be a bond, because it shouldn't even have got to that. Feel like us as grieving families, because the other families was here as well. And us as grieving families, we should not have to keep doing the runarounds on what's going on.
Following the incident, the community came together to offer support, condolences, and comfort to those who had lost their children, friends, and classmates.
I am tired of doing funerals of young brothers. I'm tired, I'm angry, I'm tired.
I think that we got a lot of ground covered, but we still have to make sure that in order for us to affect and create a change, we have to start from the bottom up. We have to make sure that we get the right people in place to make the right laws to prevent this from happening again.
Every chance we can get to strategize and try to come together with our public officials, our legislators, law enforcement, so that we can try to come up with a plan to save our youth. I think it's a good thing.
At the press conference, Aaron Bishop, vice chair for the Richland 1 school board and a local pastor in the community, shared a sad occurrence showcasing the wide impact of the senseless tragedy.
As I was at Eau Claire today, I saw a child walk in, and it has disrupted my whole day. That child came in with a laptop in his hand. And I shared this with my chairwoman who's not here. The child said, I'm turning in my friend's laptop. As he did that, he walked away in tears. We are hurting.
Linda Maxwell's statements were both heartfelt and reflective of the community's deep sorrow for the young lives lost. Maxwell shared her personal connection with Jakobe, highlighting his beautiful personality and how he would always smile when his name was called. She emphasized that his inner love was reflected in his outward demeanor. Like many community members, she called for change within the community. Linda emphasized the need for tougher laws and proactive measures to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future.
We're hurting around here. The lives of those young people touch the lives of everybody in the state of South Carolina. Beautiful personality. Beautiful personality. When I tell you, when you call his name, all he do is smile. So that lets you know right there the love that he has on the inside is a reflection on the outside. Is they put tougher laws out there for us. But if they're not going to do it, no need talking about it. Stop saying what you're going to do and do it.
A community meeting was held 2 days after the incident, where community leaders, elected officials, and concerned citizens came together to address the root causes of violence and explore ways to prevent future tragedies. Additionally, at the event hosted by Crane Creek community members, the unnamed 14-year-old sole survivor attended using crutches.
He's not your child, or your nephew, or your grandson. He's all of our child.
Now we have a community that is hurting, a community that needs to come together.
What we need is accountability. We need parents to be parents We need parents to understand what their children are doing and getting involved in their lives.
We are losing too many of black lives that matters to us. Mothers, grandmothers, aunties, uncles. We want to be in their lives. We want them to know. We want them safe, and they can't be safe to run around in the neighborhood and kill each other. We want them to show each other. We want the love back.
May the family and friends of Jakobe, Fanning, Drevon, Riley, and Caleb Wise find solace in the happy memories, and may their souls rest in perpetual peace. My thoughts and prayers are also with the 14-year-old soul survivor. Thank you.